Hello and welcome to the LoreWars podcast and preview stream. My name is Doug Carlson. I am your game master, and with me is Ryan. Is that Ryan? Ryan, hello. Whoa. We're gonna buy him a new mic soon. We're also joined by my El Thicktail friend. How we doing?
Hey, pretty good.
And the voice actor Evan, I should mention, not just your character name, and also Miss Maddie.
Hi, I am here.
Hi, Maddie.
And I'm not sick for the first time.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting sick, but
Oh,
we'll
Doug,
see.
don't do this to us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but we'll fight through her. If you don't know, on this podcast we buy the most popular face masks on the internet and rate them. That's what this podcast is about.
I have some real face masks. Hold on. I got Doug, you don't understand. I have so many face masks. I got these tea tree ones.
Oh my God.
Tea tree ones that are so good.
Uh-huh.
Very, very nice.
We ordered a bunch for the household and they come in tomorrow, so I'll send some Twitter pictures out about those. Um,
They've helped with my acne, I must say.
oh no, I'm talking about like the Corona face masks, not like
oh.
not the ones you apply to your skin.
I am a fan of some tea tree face masks. I'm with you. I'm with you. You lose us all.
They just make me feel very nice. Like make a bubble bath, put a face mask on, chill.
Till it dries.
Cozy air. For someone who is not a white girl, I'm such a white girl. It really.
Anyways, no, we are playing through and previewing LoreWars, the tabletop RPG coming out this summer. We are playing through the first campaign, which will be released for the game. Currently, it is we're in the middle of this pandemic, so it's making the release a little scary coming up on me because I've got about a month, maybe two, I think, going on 2 months before launch of the game. And I've currently all the stores that we were hooked up with are putting our orders on pause because they don't even know when they're going to open up. So right now all of our pre-orders are basically personal orders for people. If you are interested in doing such a thing, you would head over to my website, which is on my Twitter account. It is on the Twitch account. It is on the link of every podcast and YouTube video we put out. And so you can head over here on my stream. You can see I'm on the website. Just go over to the market page on the top. Once you head over there, you can scroll all the way down, and there is a pre-order box right here where you can put in your email and your name and what product you want. Submit that, and we'll get a hold of you about payment and how we'll send it to you and such. We're racking up pre-orders right now, actually. I'm pretty excited. And those will be, like I said, we launched June 12th, so they'll be we'll ship them out the night before, so everyone can hopefully get them on that day. But yeah, if you're
I pre-ordered my copy, and I'm excited for it to get here.
Oh,
I got a hard copy too.
Thanks, Maddie. Let me look at my calendar here.
Thanks, Doug, dude. I'm legitimately excited. I have finally decided on a college, and I'm making friends and stuff. And one of the things is we like to play games, especially tabletop games. So this should be really fun.
Hey, yeah.
All of my friends are excited to be not humans.
It's funny because right now is like a strategic and unstrategic moment for me because, like I said, the store is kind of putting their orders on hold until they know when they can open up again, which is completely understandable. I'm not mad about that at all. But at the same time, the personal orders I'm reaching out and getting, people are getting their stimulus checks, so they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll throw you a couple bucks for the book." So it's like, it's on both fronts. I'm getting good and bad. But I'm looking at my calendar right now. We are putting in our order for the game Friday, the 1st of next month. So that gives you guys about a little under 2 weeks. So on the 30th, I'm closing my pre-orders. It will no longer be available on the website. And if I don't have your pre-order money by then, you will not be guaranteed a book until June 12th when we open again. Then you can buy them and such. So yeah, make sure you get those in. Also coming along on June 12th, we'll release up on the website the first adventure book, which is a short. We're playing a campaign right now on the podcast. The adventure book is a shorter version of that. It'll be available pretty cheap. I think we were looking at $20 to $30. for the hard copy, it's a softcover book, but the physical copy of it. And there'll also probably be a bundle deal where you can get the guidebook and the adventure book all for one price. That'll be available on our launch date of June 12th. So look forward to that. We're pretty excited. But yeah, let's dive right into it. Let me pull up some stuff here. So last time we ended where the adventurers got back from their adventure up in the abandoned mansion. They fought through. There was an original party of 3 young recruits to Virgin City trying to make a name for themselves and get into the Wolf Knight army for fame and adventure. There was Maddie playing our lovely Miss Dewdrop. There was Sean, who is playing Oros the Steam Mech, and then there was Ricky playing the assassin of a Voidwalker, and his name was Ram. And the 3 of them took on a quest to graduate into the Wolf Knights, heading up to this abandoned mansion in pursuit of a missing persons event. And what they found was a horrific sight of this necromancer who's turning people, the loved ones of his daughter and his daughter's dog and a knight from the Wolf Knights, and all these people into monsters, trying to interbreed, humans with crystal mines and voidwalkers with dogs and such, all trying to just mix and match the races and getting up with these abominations. After fighting 3 of them, the rookies retreated because 2 of them were passed out, or one of them was passed out. They had the dead body of the man they were looking for, and a townsperson was also injured. And so they returned, and Maddie's character Dewdrop got 2 full graduated already official Wolf Knights to accompany her back to the mansion and help defeat the mage who was doing all these awful things. So then we introduced our new cast. We have our amazing Mr. Evan playing a... What race are you playing, Evan? I always forget.
So I was Baron.
Yes, you were a Baron who unfortunately met his demise in a spike and acid trap in the mansion, but your deity brought you back as a reverend to continue a higher purpose, which we'll talk about in a minute here when we do some housekeeping. We also have and his name is El Thicktail. We have Gong, which is a what race are you, Ryan?
Dragon King.
You're a Dragon King, correct? And what so yeah, we have a Dragon King going on, and Miss Dewdrop's still in the party. So we did get some levels and stuff. We're gonna get those before we continue the story. So let's talk about you, El Thicktail, since you are the most strange situation here. Originally, you were a Baron, a bird human race or humanoid race that you were a tormentor. You had cool abilities where you could hex people and give them ghostly feather tails, but they did more damage when they were attacked. Now, however, you came back to life as a reverend, and your feathers are slowly turning gray as that turns onto you. What level are you currently?
I am level 6.
Okay, so I'm looking at the Reverend pages right now in the guidebook, and pretty much the base class that you could pick from are a Siphonist or a Priest. Now, the Priests are more religious. They get the parental bonus from your religion, which would make sense since you just came back to life, if you stood by becoming a little more religious than you were before after a near-death experience. Or you could be a Siphonist, which you cling to the dark magics and are able to sap the life essence from your victims. And, that could also be a character choice for you. So you could pick from one of those.
Okay. So what would that level 6 ability do for each? Evil-blooded, holy-blooded?
Yep, so you'd pick one of those, and then at level 6 you'd pick your subclass. So you won't really get an ability, it just will pick what set of abilities you'll get from level 7 to 20 is what you're picking at level 6.
Ah, I see. This might take me a second, though.
No, you're fine. Yeah, and just I'll let you look over that for a minute, but that's something you can pick, and just let me know. We'll come back to in a minute. So Miss Maddie.
Si, senor.
What level are you right now, my ma'am?
I am level 5.
You are a level 5. What levels do you need?
What do you mean?
Like, what levels don't you have, ability-wise?
I like my page filled in?
Yeah.
Because I am only up to level 2
Okay.
on that, my friend.
So you are a rose, correct? You use the tarot
That
cards.
is correct.
Yeah, so level 2 you have your explosion card that you use all the time. You have level 3, which is healthy. You get plus 25 HP. Oh, this
Sorry, I'm a true gamer with a mechanical keyboard, so it's loud.
Yeah, true gamer.
True gamer.
True gamer. Level 4, Madam, you will get Magic Prowess, which gives you a +1 to Arcana actions. And I think you'll like level 5.
Actions?
Now, level 5 is Friendship. You can gain an animal companion of your choice.
What kind of animals do I got here?
I'm going to list some for you that I will allow in this situation, all right? You can have, and from this I'm referencing just so for people who buy the guidebook and going further, in situations like this, there isn't something specifically parametered. It's mostly on the game master to be able to set the parameters for this. But in the back of the guidebook, there is a minion manual, which has a bunch of examples of minions that the party can fight and encounter in their adventures. They're broken up by categories, and one of the first category is 2 pages of animals that you can pick from. And so I'm going to kind of read through these and see what I think would be balanced for the situation. You could have a rat, you could have a giant spider, a wolf, an alligator. I would allow like a red cobra. You could have a shosho, which is a tall, flightless bird. Think of kind of like an ostrich. A wild boar. A jungle cat, which think of like a panther or something. And a skibbity goat, which is one of my favorite creatures in the entire game. It is a raccoon with antlers and can sometimes generate electricity. Think of like a raccoon Pikachu.
So as badly as I want a snack, I feel like in the spirit of LoreWars, I should get a Skibby Goat.
That is absolutely acceptable. I actually have one. I'll use it as the thumbnail for this YouTube video, but I will bring it up real quick in my thing, and then I'll also drop it in. We do have official art of the Skibby Goat because it's one of my favorite creatures that we came up with. I will put it in the Discord chat for you guys as well. Let me see if I can find a Skibby Goat right there. Okay. So on stream, you guys will see here is a lovely little Skibby Goat. In one of our playthroughs of Seal of Fate, which is the adventure coming out, I actually had a Skibby Goat companion who was a total badass. And I will post it in the chat right now for you guys. Seal of Fate. Nope. Ring of Worlds. Oh, nope, not that one either. Where did I put it? Guidebook. There we go. Skibby Goat, Skibby Goat. Skibby Goat, Skibby Goat. And I will get, there we go. Alright, and I'll give you the stats for that right now, Maddie. You can kind of put that, in your notes or something. Now, this is a full-fledged companion that we will RP into your character. So you can say, like, you were out in the forest kind of thinking about, trying to remember your past or whatnot. And this little critter kind of walked up to you, and you guys kind of had a bonding moment, and now he will just kind of follow you around and be your little buddy, due to your kind of fairy magic, natural intuition and such.
All right, let me set the scene.
Okay.
I am contemplating the deaths of my companions, my previous companions, and how upset it has made me. And I have decided to take a brisk walk through the forest to contemplate my life.
Sure.
And how I've gotten to this point. When I trip over a log, and this little pissed off creature comes out screaming at the top of its lungs. So I throw a rock at it, and my show of dominance means it is now my best friend.
Okay. You can name it whatever you'd like, but
I want to name it Pip.
Pip. Okay, Pip He is a animal companion, meaning he's not like a summon who has effective HP, meaning like when he goes down to 0, you just desummons. If this creature goes down to 0, he will die, unless you can act upon that. Your Skibidi Goat Pip has 30 HP. He has a bravery of 3. A little timid boy. He has a speed of 7. His attack stats are as follows. 1 to 5 is a ×2 and a lightning bolt.
Hold on.
You're good.
Alright, you said
1 to 5 ×2 lightning bolt.
1 to 5 ×2 lightning bolt.
6 to 20 is a ×3.
Is a ×3.
And then he has a defensive action of 1 to 5 is a static shock, meaning he'll stun people who attack him if you roll 1 to 5.
Okay.
And that is your level 5, madam. Now let me flip over to the the Dragonkin section so we can help out Ryan. Ryan, you are, what class are you, bud?
What am I? Whatever. I'm serpent now.
Oh, you're the dragon blooded, right? So yeah, at level 6 you picked serpent, which is your subclass now. And from a serpent you will get you will turn slowly into a dragon, pretty much. It's like you will be able to touch into your dragon ancestry powers. So that's pretty dope. That'll be cool to see as we move forward. And let's flip on back to the Evans pages here with the reverence. Have we picked?
So, I think so. I just have a question.
Sure.
How do I know how much the poison raining group, or I guess the poison rain would do? Yeah.
Poison is a status effect. It's on the terms and effects pages of the guidebook. But it'll do 30 guaranteed damage if you hit your attack.
I see.
On top of like your multiplier, like it'd be added after you do the damage multiplier.
Okay.
So for instance, if you have a poison dagger that does ×2 damage, you'd roll for the ×2 damage, get whatever that number is, and then add the 30 afterwards. As long as the initial attack hit. If he blocks the initial attack, you obviously don't poison him.
Okay. So if I went with the priest, what would the stronger faith be?
Well, what's your faith right now?
It's Valray. So
you'd get the parental bonus for that, which we can do that real quick. Let me flip over to the religion section. There we go. So for Valray, the parental bonus, or no, the priest bonus, correct? Let me read that. I don't. Okay. Yeah, so you can get the priest bonus, which means once per scenario, as Valray, once per scenario, you would be able to full heal.
That's pretty good. Okay, I'll probably do Holy Blooded then.
Alrighty, so you would pick the priest, sub or base class, and then your subclass you would be Holy Blooded. Which there's Holy Blooded and Evil Blooded. Obviously, one focuses on healing and defense and against the evil, and the other one focuses on life sapping and darkness. You are picking the Holy Blooded, so you'll get things like Blinding Light and Evoke, where you can purge and take half of an enemy's health, which are pretty neat abilities. So go ahead and put somewhere on you can do Priest bonus. You can put it in like spells and effects or something, or in your notes. And it's once per scenario. I always notate that as 1 PS full heal. Cool. Alrighty. So let me flip over to this now that we're all tidied up and that is all done. You guys, when you left, you guys did 3 days of training in a hub world where you guys you each trained for a bit. On the third day, you come back to Abraham, the dispatch scribe, and he explains that there are 3 missions that are available for the party to do in the next month. He said the first is a mission, or the first is a mission explaining that there is a family of fogey dragons infesting the forest to the south. In order to better improve connections with Malian, the country to the south, the Wolf Knights are to go take care of this family of dragons. The second is a fisherman's voyage to go on the next fishing boat and help take care of some pirates from Vosmir, which is the country to the north. And then finally, the third quest is to travel to a trading caravan, with a trading caravan to a large trading market in the southern plains as like an escort, bodyguards, etc. He goes on to explain the trading caravan. There's perks and such to each quest. The trading caravan will take 6 months, and in that time you will gain 100 or 1,000 gold each, along with a huge opportunity to see rare items and whatnot from the trading market. The boat quest will grant you 500 gold a person, and it will take 3 months of your time. It is the second most dangerous of the 3 missions. And finally, the Fogey mission is the most dangerous. It'll pay 1,000 gold for every Fogey heart you bring back. We expect this to take about 3 months. And so you guys can kind of pick amongst yourself of what quests you think will be best for the party.
Okay. I want the gold from the Fogey quest. However, we got our asses handed to us in the past, so maybe we relax a little bit with that one. Maybe a little bit.
We could do the boat one since it's only 3 months. Get a little bit of gold from that.
So there's 2 things to think of right now. One is you can't double up. So like one takes 6 months and the other takes 3 months. You can't do one of the 3-month ones and come back and do the other 3-month one because they're all taking place at like the same time. It's just what group of Wolf Knights are going to go to do each one. Okay. 2, Maddie, you fought a Fogey dragon in the pumpkin field with your other companions, and if you remember, he melted one of the wolf guards like to the bone with acid breath, and he died right in front of you.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is as much as I want that, I feel like maybe that's not such a great idea.
So yeah, that's just 2 things to keep in mind.
I like the boat.
Okay, so we have a vote for the boat. Ryan?
I guess I can go on a boat ride.
And Miss Maddie, are you also doing the boat?
I like boats.
All right.
Those are cool. That's a lie. I've never actually been on a boat, but I'll say I like boats.
All right, cool. So you guys were given the 3 quests, and you decided to go with the boat. Abraham tells the party, then talks to the party and gives the details for the quests. He also gives the party each a basic adventuring pack, which includes 10 rations, 10 feet of rope, a bedroll, a fishing rod, and a scroll of ice bolt. So you guys make sure you have that all in your inventories. I can write it in the Discord real quick.
Yeah, can you just
I'll put that in the Discord after we're done, because like I said, we won't be doing combat or anything today. Upon reading the quest information, you see that you are meant to go meet Captain Sylvan, an old baron down on Pier's Sea. They have a large vessel named the Kraken's Beak. My pages are getting weird. The Kraken's Beak is scheduled to leave tomorrow, so you can do whatever you want until then. So
training question mark?
You could do a training session if you'd like.
I have a question.
I have an answer
that I literally don't know the answer to, unlike most of the questions I ask.
Okay.
Can you train your companions? Could I
Yeah, absolutely.
Pip? All right. Let's train Pip.
All right, Maddie. So you can train Pip. What do you want to do to him?
I upped his XP by 10.
Not his XP, HP.
HP. Yeah, that thing.
Cool. Ryan, what do you want to do, bud?
I'm gonna read my book.
Your evil spell book.
Evil spell.
All right, you.
This time though, I'm more reluctant though. I'm kind of like not wanting to because my character's nice. You know, he's good, so he doesn't want to do all that, but he's going to.
All right, you can have hexing blades. This
I'm
is
gonna do it, but I'm gonna have a real moral problem with it.
you'll have hexing blades. This is an energy blade the size of daggers that you can hex your enemies with. It'll do basic attack damage. It'll have a melee range, casting roll 1 to 10, and it is a minor action. And so you can make it flavor that however you wish. I picture you creating like 2 energy daggers and attacking people as such. And then Evan, what do you want to do?
Train my HP.
All right, go ahead and increase that by 10 points.
Boom.
We normally for trading and stuff, you roll back and forth, best out of 3 with the game master. We preemptively did that to prepare for our thing. So each of them did outroll me twice out of the 3 times, giving him these rewards. All right, after your night of hard work and training, let us continue. The party goes down to the address pier and search for a large boat titled the Kraken's Beak. They land upon a large wooden galleon with crimson red sails. There is black trim to the ship and a figurehead crafted out of bronze in the shape of a squid. As the party approaches, they see many men hauling supplies onto the vessel. As you approach, you see a tall blue and white fancy baron in a navy uniform who yells out, "Aye, the wolves are here!" The crew stops what they are doing and cheer. The navy-dressed baron yells out, "Come aboard!" The party boards the boat and come face to face with the baron, and he introduces himself as Captain Sylvan. He says, "We are just about to set sail. Get comfortable in your quarters, and we will chat over some tea after we set sail." The party is escorted below deck to find a small room with hammocks for each of you. The party gets settled in, and about a half hour later, the boat starts moving. There we go. The party heads up after the boat starts moving to the captain's quarters, where they were told to meet him for some tea. He invites them in to sit down at a large desk, and you see a pot of tea with cups for each of you and the captain himself. The party sits down, and the party sits down and enjoys a cup of blue leaf tea, which comes from the sanctuary and has a sweet blueberry flavor with undertones of honey. After a few sips, the party gets a look at the cabin. Please turn the page. Thank you. You see a large window behind the captain. He is sitting in a large polished oak chair accompanied by a oak desk. On the walls to your right and left, you see dry sinks filled with trinkets like ships in a bottle and journals. There is a bookshelf full of journals and books. There are also a set of large shark jaws over the door heading out of the cabin. There are 2 paintings on the wall, one of a massive sea creature with tentacles attacking a ship, and the other of the city Blackgate. The captain speaks up, and he starts talking about the mission and how it's going to go. He explains that there is an uncharted island up to the north in the Flogan Sea that is filled with sugarcane, and the local village makes rum out of the sugarcane. The island is notably called Rum Runner Island. Virgin City used to make monthly trips to the island trading for rum and sugar. However, 2 months ago, a trade ship was sent back due to a blockade of ships bearing the Vosmir flag. This time around, you will come with us and help us liberate the island. We will attempt to get through the blockade and then get to the island. Another ship is to depart a week after us to get to the island after we have liberated it. They will then set up a station on the island to protect it from Vosmir. We don't really know exactly how it will go. However, we have a few ideas. We have sent out scouting birds who have told us there's a platoon of Vosmir soldiers holding down the island, and then 2 ships stationed at sea. We will have to take care of the 2 ships before getting the island. Fighting a 2-on-1 ship battle is tough, though. This is where we think you will come into play. We will arrive in the darkness of night using a massive fog spell to cover our ship as it moves. Once the fog is in place, you will have to go in one of our lifeboats and board one of the ships to sabotage it. Once you have done so, shoot up a flare and we will approach the other ship for a full-on assault. After this, we will go to the island and liberate it. Does that make sense to you guys?
Well, yeah.
Sure, I don't know why we don't just take out both boats incognito.
I mean, because you'll make a bunch of ruckus if what if you get caught or anything?
We could set the ships on fire.
That is a good way to sabotage it.
Oh.
Great way to stay inconspicuous.
After a few days of sailing, the party comes up to a small rock formation sticking out of the waters. The captain calls for everyone out on deck. Once everyone has arrived on the deck, the captain talks with the crew, discussing the plan he discussed with the party in private. He then states that they are about 3 days' journey to the island, and from here on out, they could run into ships unexpectedly. If the plan works, there will only be 2 ships stationed around the island, and we can ambush them at night with a cloak of fog. We will rotate our onboard mages, casting the fog in an area around us through crystals at the bottom of the boat. We will also have 2 crew members for each of the 12 cannons, and another dozen men for repairing and extra help. He then ends his speech with a loud booing, "Let us liberate them from the barbarians," and the whole crowd yells in inspiration. The ship takes sail again soon after the rally. You guys have 3 days until you guys meet the ship or the island. During the first day, you are instructed to help with generic things around the boat. Helping get cannonballs where they need to be, moving gunpowder barrels and such to where they need to be, helping sail the boat in general. And the next 2 days are yours to do as you would please. So, Miss Maddie, what would you like to do in your 2 days off? Did I lose Miss?
Sorry, I forgot my mic was muted.
You're good.
I will probably train some more.
Alrighty. Go ahead. What would you like to train?
Probably my basic attack.
All right, roll against me.
Yeah, let me get my dice. Oh, it is already out. All right. 13.
I got an 11. Go ahead.
10.
19. One more roll.
I got 15.
I got a 4. Go ahead and make 1 is the only miss you'll have on your basic attack.
Sick.
And then for your second day?
I'm gonna train my Skibidi Goat a little bit more.
Ooh, yeah. Mr. Pip,
Yeah.
roll against me.
Okay.
What exactly are you training with him? His health again?
Probably his defense.
Okay.
Oof, I got a 3.
I got an 8. Roll against me again. Oof. Big oof.
I got 8.
I got a 19. Your Scooby-Doo does not learn anything. Sorry, bud.
Damn.
Mr. Thicktail,
Um,
what would you like to do for 2 days?
do a little HP training.
Oh yeah, roll against me.
Roll.
I got
Taking
trace.
forever. Got 7.
One more.
20.
Yeah,
Big money.
you won on both. I got a 7. Increase your HP by another 10,
Cool.
and you get one more day.
And then evil spell. Try to train that guy again.
Yeah. I got a 3.
Let's see. I got a 3 as well.
Tie goes to the player. Next roll.
16.
20, and one more.
Ooh. 14.
A 9. Alrighty. Increase the damage of your evil spell. So how much does it give you right now?
Sap's 20.
All right, make it 25.
Cool.
And Senior Ryan, you get 2 days.
So, from that last time when I was reading my book, I really felt degraded. You know, just like disgusted with myself. Like,
Yeah.
this is the- But somehow, you know, it's taking me over, man. So I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
got 6.
I'll let him flip into the page. You got a 6. I got a. Still rolling. I got a 5.
There you go. At 12.
All right. Let me see what I get here. I got a 20. One more.
16.
It's a rolling. I got a 1. You learn the last spell that the spell book has to offer, which you get. Let's give you demonic spear. Summon a spear of hellish flames and demonic energy to throw at your enemies. This will give you a ×3 damage. It has a range of 7. The casting roll is 1 to 10. And it is a major action because it's an advanced spell. Cool. And then you have another day. What would you like to do with that second day?
Oh, I'm gonna play with this spear I got.
Okay, go ahead and roll against me.
Just stand. I want to set. Can I set the mood, Doug? Please?
Yeah, oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry, what are you doing, bud?
We have some foreplay here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this time I'm going to go to the bow of the ship, and then while we're on the bow of the ship, I know we're out in the open. I'm just gonna form this spear, and just huck it.
Yeah.
You know. 12.
Can you roll a negotiation for me?
17.
The crewmates are very scared of you. Like, why the fuck is this guy throwing fiery demonic spears off of the ship?
It's nighttime, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll against me for your training.
Oh, the first one was a 12.
I got a 9. Go ahead.
Second one it's a 9.
I got a 20.
And third one's 15.
And I got a 5. Increase your casting roll 1 to 12. Alrighty. After a few days of sailing, I already did that part. On the third night, the sun falls and the nighttime takes hold. The ship approaches the island, and the mages have a blanket of fog over the boat, about a mile-wide radius. And that heads into the next section. Where am I? Whoa. Hidden in the fog. There we go. While the party approaches the island, the two other ships, you depart down into the lifeboat, as was the plan. Now you guys are in a full action encounter. The objective is to get to one of the boats and sabotage it, and then set up a flare signal to the captain to attack the other ship. You can do this through any means during the action encounter. You need to succeed in 12 actions before failing in 5. And we can do this, just in a random order. So, Mr. Evan, go ahead, bud. Did I lose Evan?
Sorry.
You're good. So you have to succeed in 12 actions in the idea of getting onto one of the boats and sabotaging it.
Huh? So are we gonna have to roll for actions?
Yep, you can do spells, you can do attack, you can do one of your just basic actions. Really, anything to help succeed you in the idea of getting onto the boat and sabotaging it and then setting up a flare. Right now you are at the base of your ship in a lifeboat.
Okay. I think maybe we should try to sneak onto it.
Well, you're still got to row over there.
Okay.
So you could roll like a physical action to row the boat over there. Um, you could roll.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Let's see.
Go ahead and roll.
Rolled a 17, so
You do not succeed. That is one failure. You are not able to get the boat through the harsh waves of the ocean.
okay. Could I roll for acrobatics and try to swim?
Well, we're gonna move on to the next person. See what they do.
Ah,
Ryan, what are you doing, buddy?
I'm gonna go ahead and silently start rowing until we get a bit closer.
All right. You want to roll physical? You got an 8. Alrighty, you start pushing the boat forward with the paddles and are able to cut the waves. After seeing your companion having a little bit of an issue, the both of you are able to get through it. Miss Maddie, what are you doing?
What are they doing?
They just both are rowing the boat through the ocean right now to get over to the big galleon that you're supposed to sabotage.
I guess I should help them, probably, right?
You wanna help them?
Sure. Help in quotation marks. Sure.
Alrighty.
wait. So there's 2 boats, right? That we're targeting.
You're gonna sabotage one and set up a flare so your galleon can attack the other galleon that you didn't sabotage. So
Gotcha.
you're incognitoing one boat, so it's a 1-on-1 fight instead of a 1-on-2 fight.
Gotcha.
Maddie, what action are you performing?
What action is best to help?
I mean, what do you have any spells or anything that could be useful?
Not really, not particularly.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have like an explosion card that wouldn't really help.
I
Your
could make some steam. It's not.
That's true. Yeah, you could help like keep yourself concealed. Roll for your flame card. Try to make some steam around you.
12! Hey, I got it.
There you go. You chuck a flaming card into the water and create a kind of steam cloud around your rowboat, so you keep yourself concealed. That's 2 successes and 1 failure. We're back to you, Evan.
Okay. So we are rowing on over, right?
Yep. I would say you're
So
about
as we're
you're
rolling-
about halfway. I would say right now.
So could I try to cast an illusion spell on us to make us kind of blend in with the water?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So I'm going to roll for that, and I get a 16, so I do not get that illusion.
All right. You a little purple light flares out of your hands, but unfortunately the illusion doesn't. Maybe like some water splashed up in your face and you got distracted and it didn't set off. Ryan, what are you doing, buddy?
So I just stand up and I throw a big flaming sword at the boat. No. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on.
Okay. Roll a physical.
6.
All right. You're helping get this boat across the water as quick as possible. It is Maddie's turn with 3 successes and 2 failures.
All right. So how else can I help?
I mean, so you guys are closing in on the boat. You could help paddle and get yourself to the boat.
Sure.
Sure. Roll a physical action.
I got 4.
There you go. With Maddie's help, you guys are able to, excuse me, get the boat over, and you guys are practically touching the other galleon at this point. And it is now Senior Evan's turn with 4 successes and 2 failures, I believe.
Ugh. Okay. Could we try to climb on up?
Yeah, roll acrobatics. Yeah.
Okay. I can't do shit. I got a 12.
You try to scale up, but you slip off and into the water.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm used to it.
Ryan, your turn, bud.
So he's in the water right now?
Yeah, he tried to jump up and like grab onto something, slipped into the water.
Embarrassing.
I help him back into the boat with a 10.
All right, he pulls you back into the boat with a 10. That's 5 successes, 3 failures. Maddie, it's your turn.
I I can fly.
You could,
Fly up to the
yeah,
boat.
just fly right up. That won't even take an action. I mean, go ahead and do that.
Is there like, okay, do I have to roll an event? Is there like a place I could like hang on the edge and not just throw myself up onto the main deck?
Roll a investigation for me.
I got 3.
You see that there's like a little gangplank you could go hang on to and probably would be unnoticed, and so you fly up there and grab onto it.
All right.
That's what is that? 6 to 3, I said, something like that. Sure. Evan, your turn, bud.
All right, I guess. So what do you guys want to do once we get up here? Let's have this conversation.
Once on the boat, what are we doing?
I have cards of fire. We could start a fire.
How close? Is the boat?
Okay, so since you're up there, do we have to go up there and set that fire? Or can we just have the boat ready for you? Can we like wheel it on over to her?
Wheel it on over. Yeah, keep the
Yeah, so she can chuck a card.
keep the car running.
Go on the boat, like kill people.
I was gonna say Ryan also has like a demonic flaming spear he could set the boat on fire with.
What are you guys thinking?
Well, I mean, as long as the boat is on fire at some point.
Just want to set the boat on fire. Is that the plan here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You just blow them up.
I'm gonna try illusion spell on our getaway vehicle again.
Okay.
Try to get a little invis, little
So
environment. Okay.
These 12 interactions to get to the boat or to.
I rolled an 8.
The entire interaction of sabotaging the boat, to succeed entirely, you'd have to pass 12 actions on it.
I rolled an 8.
On what you're casting an illusion on the boat. All right, so you make yourself and Ryan and Gongong and the boat blend in with the water. There's a little bubble of magic around you, and you look like you're just water. While Maddie is hanging from a gangplank.
Help.
Good luck, Maddie.
So Ryan, what are you doing, buddy?
So I'm going to see a roll investigation.
Okay.
So I'm looking for like a cannon or like something hanging out because they said it's like gonna be a fight. You know, it's a galleon.
Yeah. You do see there's a cannon below Maddie, but like in between you. So like you are in the rowboat. Above you is a cannon hanging out of a window, and above that is a gangplank that Maddie is hanging on to.
Can I climb over to this said opening?
To the cannon, yeah, you can climb up on your next action, or you can like, yeah. I didn't say on your next action you could use acrobatics to scale up onto the ship, or onto that part. But that was a success. We're at like I believe 8 to 3 right now, something like that, because we were at 6, and then he got the illusion and you got the investigation. So yeah, 8 to 3. It is Maddie's turn. What are you doing, Maddie?
So is there, from where I am on the gangplank, is there crew member around? Can they see that I could be seen by?
No, you were like over the edge, so like you can hear them walking about and like maybe talking to each other, but they wouldn't be able to see you unless they were looking for you.
Okay. Is there any kind of like, what do they call them, like portholes? Can I see that I could slip into?
Below you, yeah, there's a cannon poking out of one that you will notice when you flew up.
Can I squeeze my tiny moth body in there?
Yeah, roll an acrobatics.
I got 4.
You notice, you look down below you and see the cannon sticking out of the window. So you kind of let yourself go from the gangplank, fall onto the cannon, and squeeze up into that window. You see there are 2 crew members who are loading cannonballs, but they don't notice you yet. And we'll move on to the next turn. It is Evan's turn. And that is 9 successes to 3 failures.
So you're still in the boat with me, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
He hasn't moved yet.
Can I just kind of hang out and wait?
Yeah.
With the boat?
Yeah, we can just skip your turn.
Yeah.
Ryan, what are you doing?
I see her go in the window, so I'm gonna climb over there so I can peek my head through as well.
All right, roll an acrobatics.
I got a 10 on the dot.
All right, you jump up and are able to like grab your hands into the window and pull yourself face into the window, and you see her next to the cannon, and then you see also the 2 crew members who have their backs to her currently. And Maddie, it is your turn with 10 successes and 3 failures.
Okay. So no one's seen me yet, right?
No, but you know, like any second now they're going to turn around and see a little moth girl that
All right. Is
wasn't
there
there.
something I can hide behind? Maybe?
Yeah, you could probably like crawl between the floor and the cannon, or like in between the wall and the cannon wheels to like hide your little moth body.
I would like to do that.
Roll a sneak action.
I got a 4.
That is a success. You crawl in there and tuck your little wings around you to keep yourself concealed. And Ryan, you notice as the guards kind of turn around and move a box where they would have just seen her, but she's hidden, so they just place the box down and then go back to what they were doing. It is now Evan's turn. Are you still chilling there?
I don't know what else to do right now.
If you want to do like an action, I can keep you going with do an Arcana action to keep your illusion spell active.
Sure, let's do that. I have +2
Arcana. Yep.
As well for the racial bonus. Does that still work though?
Yeah. Everything you had up until you turned into a reverent stays. It's just from here on out you get reverent things.
So it's 1 through 9. I rolled a 3.
Nice. You succeed at your Arcana action and keep the illusion spell activated. You guys need one more success until this encounter is considered a success. Ryan, what do you do?
I mean, that was 12, but...
Oh, was it? Okay, well then you guys can just tell me what you guys do from here on out, and it'll just be successful. You pass your actions.
So I look at Dewdrop, and I kind of give her the little Wolf Knight Morse code.
Yeah.
Powder barrels, what's the plan here?
So I'm looking around for... Do I have to roll and investigate?
No, you get...
Gunpowder?
you-
Gunpowders and cannons, right?
Yeah, you see there's a box of labeled black powder against the wall where it's like one of the things the crew members were like organizing and moving.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him the old Wolf Knight salute, and I'm gonna make a motion with my card to the gunpowder.
And as she does that, I get my spear ready. I'm gonna throw it at the same time.
All right, so Thicktail, you...
There's gonna be an explosion, so we should probably move toward the out way, the out of the ship.
Yeah, I'm waiting over here in the boat for you guys. You guys know
So Thicktail, you look up and you see them kind of, you can acknowledge they're kind of communicating with each other, and then all of a sudden you see Gong Ong hold on to the window with his left arm, and his right arm comes out, and you see like flames of like hell just form around his hand and then kind of shape into a long spear. And then you see Dewdrop kind of scatter back out of the window and kind of float down into the boat. And Gong Ong chucks the spear into the window, smacking the gunpowder barrel, and the entire this explosion throws a huge wave underneath the boat and like kind of throws the boat a couple of yards back away from the boat. Gong Ong, you were right there, so you like fucking fly out of the window into the water next to your rowboat. And the ship is just flaming, and there's lots of smoke bellowing up into the sky. You hear screams and stuff, and the ship is like rocking. You were pretty low to the water, so like water's being taken into the ship already immediately. And quickly through, let's say your mind, Thicktail, is to shoot up a flare as you were instructed. So your ship knows to move forward. Do you do so?
Oh yeah.
So you light the flare you were given, and it shoots up, and a burst of red sparks in the sky illuminate the fog that you guys are kind of sitting in right now. And that's where we will end our episode. Thank you guys for joining us. As our party is, one of our party members is charred to a crisp and floating in the water, and the other two are sitting in a little lifeboat.
Wait, who was charred to a crisp?
Gong On, Ryan's character, he was like you know, a couple yards from the explosion. He definitely took the brunt of that.
Oof.
Step
to,
in and say,
to be fair, there's like a wooden wall there that kind of, I would say, like acted as a shield to propel him, but he definitely was in that.
Oof. It do be like that.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening and watching. We will be coming back hopefully next week with an episode to continue our little ship story. Make sure you guys get your pre-orders in ASAP. Like I said, we bought about less than 2 weeks before pre-orders close, and you can get your hands on one of the first guidebooks to be released. And follow us on Twitter at LoreWars RPG. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out our podcasts. They're everywhere. We have them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbox, something like that, Castbox, Radio 100s, a bunch of things. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, we're being aired. You can follow Maddie at
Celestial Spell Cosplay on Instagram.
Yes, I linked it in our last video, so check that out. I'll probably be too lazy to do it on this one. And thank you guys. We'll catch you all later.
"Toodles."